think he's joining us from vacation. That's just the kind of guy that he is. He's Kai Car-France. Let's not keep him waiting any longer. Here he is from vacation. Hello, Kai. How are you?
Hey, Ariel. Yeah, I just got off the plane, just landed in Tahiti. So
Oh my gosh.
nice week getaway with the family, and yeah, just try to relax and disconnect.
Yes, and I appreciate you doing this because I'm sure the last thing you want to do at this point in Tahiti is talk about the fight. I was expecting you on the beach with like a coconut drink or something like that, but this will do as well. What is this around your neck, by the way? What does that signify?
Oh, they give it to you when you land. I think it's a lei.
Oh, okay.
Um, just it's a traditional flower here, so it smells really nice. Just let you know that you're on holiday and get to relax. So yeah, it's one of these things. It was a long haul to get here. Had to go to LA, Vegas to LA, and then LA to Tahiti. So yeah, it's kind of like a home away from home for me because it's not too far from New Zealand. But it's nice when you come here because you forget, what the time is. You don't need to be anywhere.
Yeah.
Just be present, be in nature, and yeah, just fill the cup up. That's what it's all about.
All right. Well, we won't keep you for too long, but could I ask, like 2 days
Oh,
later, how do you feel about Saturday? I saw you did the interview afterwards, but it's been this whole big thing. Just like, how are you digesting it all?
yeah, that interview was pretty much straight after the fight.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really think about it too much. It was just all kind of happened so quickly. So I had to have a bit of time to kind of reflect and let it kind of sink in and look at all the stats and watch the fight back. I lost, but I didn't lose. It's a weird feeling when you're at the after party with Shaquille O'Neal and he's DJing and you're thinking, bro, I should be celebrating a win right now, and it feels like I should be, but I don't have that that W next to my name. So yeah, it's a tough one, and it's hard to see how the judges gave it to Amir when you look at it, black and white on what the stats were, and what he was trying to implement, and what I was able to, I guess, neutralize and capitalize on moments. But yeah, I definitely thought I won, and I feel like the whole world does. I haven't met anyone or seen anyone yet that thought Amir won besides even Amir. But hey, that's the fight. I can't change the result. I feel like my stocks don't go down at all. People pretty much they know that I'm one of the best guys in the world, and that performance showed that I'm levels at the highest level. So yeah, what were your thoughts on the fight, Ariel?
Oh, you want my thoughts? I want your thoughts. But I mean, very quickly, I thought upon first viewing, I thought you won the first, the second, the fourth, and the fifth. I thought the clearest round for him was the third. I thought 4 and 5 were quite easy to score, especially 5, but 4 as well. To be fair, I thought 1 and 2 were close, but I thought you did enough. And then when I rewatched it, I was trying to watch it through the lens of you not winning. Like, how could I, can I put the puzzle piece into the puzzle? And I say, like, all right, I'll give him the second, you the first for sure, fourth for sure you, fifth for sure you, third him. So, you win 3-2. That's why I tweeted immediately. I thought 4-1, at worst 3-2. That was like right before they announced the judges' scorecard. So, I can't imagine how you feel. I was shocked. I said at the top, we talk about robberies and things like that. This to me is the worst since Patty and Jared Gordon. I was shocked when that happened in December, and I had a similar feeling this time around. And so I'm wondering, when you watched it, what did you think? Like, which rounds did you give yourself decisively?
Well, I definitely thought round one, 2 was a close round, but I feel like I did enough. He got me down on the third round and took my back, couldn't finish me, and I ended up finishing on top, raining down
Yeah.
elbows. And then fourth and fifth, I was the one dictating the pace. I was the one pressuring. I was the one landing the better shots. And it's how you finish. It's momentum. pretty much stamping that you're winning the fight. He was tired, he was gassed, and all he did was push me against the cage, and a few flurries, but mostly it was me those last 2 rounds. So yeah, it's a tough one when you're looking at it. At my career right now, that cost me $100,000. That loss, it cost me my ranking, number 3 in the world. Where winning this fight would have just put me right back in with probably Ravel to fight for the world, to fight for the number 1 contender, or it puts me right back into where I want to be, which is the best in the world. And I feel like I showed on Saturday that I can be these main event fighters that can neutralize all these guys that are coming in as specialists. They think, oh yeah, we're just going to take Kai to the ground. This guy talked it up like he was going to do it all night. He couldn't get me to the ground and stay on top for longer than a few minutes. So he had his best position to get me in a rear naked, and he didn't get it. So yeah, it's a tough one when you look at it like that and you take a step back, and you just got to think, what are these judges looking at? Like I wasn't going to win right from the start if that's what they were looking at, So it kind of makes you really just question what are the judges even trying to see here. They're not even giving me a chance, really. 4th and 5th round, if I didn't even push, they wouldn't have even given it to me anyway. So yeah, it's a really tough situation. But yeah, it's I guess the game we play is subjective, and this stuff happens. Definitely reminds me of the Paddy Pimblett and Jared Gordon fight, where it's not Amir's fault. It's the judges when they give this guy a win, and now he's talking titles when people think you didn't even win the fight. Kai should be talking the world title, not you. So that's what I mean. My stocks don't really go down. It showed that I'm still one of the best, and yeah, like I have to just take it as it is. I can't change the results. That's life. So yeah, September, UFC coming back to Sydney. So I guess I don't really have any injuries or anything. So that's probably the next date, the next fight that I would love to do on my side of the world. Away from just where I'm more comfortable. Fighting in front of friends and family. Haven't done that in a while. So this week, I'm not going to think about anything fighting. I'm not going to watch, anything. I'm not going to be on my phone. I'm just trying to, just get over this loss. And the way I do that is to just move forward and just spend time with my loved ones and get some rest.
Could I ask, a couple things? Like, to me, getting robbed of the W sucks. But then when I hear about the money, that really pisses me off. And it's just another example as to why like this show win model doesn't work anymore. If we're not like, it's 2023, you guys are top level athletes. This isn't 2003 when we need to impress Lorenzo and Frank Fertitta as they're trying to, grow the brand, and you need to go out there and fight. Like, come on, man. So you're telling me because Sal D'Amato scored the 4th round for Amir Albazi, you have a bank account that is minus $100K because of that one reason. That's it. You realize that, right? Isn't that insane? I'm not trying to, but that's insane to me because one guy who scored the wrong round, you're like, there's no chance of making that right. Sometimes they go in the back and they're like, we're going to make it right. We're going to give you any talk of that?
Nah. It's a tough one to take, isn't it? When you look at it like that, and when people see how much it does affect a fighter, when decisions don't go the right way. And it's you put so much into this. I've been away from fighting for 11 months, and then to put a 12-week camp together, feeling great, coming in as a main event slot, and then to have it kind of go down like that. Obviously it's on me as well to go out there and finish fights, but you would think that these guys would be making the best call when it comes to the decisions, and this is their job. This is what they're paid to do is be analysts. It's not like they're overlooking we're not picking up those things. Like, you got to take it for what it is. And if you're in the fight capital of the world, you've got to be, I guess, more accountable to what you're looking at, what you're judging it on. There's so much criteria to this where I never really had a chance. But yeah, it sucks, and that's why. What do you do, right? You just got to go get another fight booked and get back to it and make up for that loss, I guess. But yeah, we've got a few guys that we want to, I guess, fight in that top 10. There's a few guys that have been around for a while. When I was on the Ultimate Fighter, that for some reason we never crossed paths. So, who knows? We could be ticking off one of those names come September in Sydney.
And I'll ask you about that in a moment. And I do want to apologize. Sal D'Amato didn't score the fourth round for you. It was Chris Lee who scored the fourth round for you. The point remains, but I don't want to send hate his way when he didn't do that. So Chris Lee, Mike Bell was the one that I agreed with in terms of his scorecard. How close was the rear naked choke, though? That was the part where I was like, oh, shit. This, to me, watching it, I was a little bit nervous for you. How close was it actually in reality?
Nah, never was on.
Never was. Okay, wow.
Never was. There's where I'm at in my career. I don't freak out when I'm in those situations. I've seen it so many times where guys are trying to do this to me constantly at the gym. This is a position I kind of like. I don't say like look forward to, but it's just like, okay, cool. The guy's got my neck or got my back. I know I'm going to get out. It's just a matter of time. And I feel like that was a momentum shift when he realized I can't get Kai out. And then on top, when I was raining elbows trying to cut him, I could feel him, kind of his energy getting zapped. So yeah, it's a crazy week of emotion. Fight week, such a big build up. I felt mentally and physically just so calm that whole week. I wasn't really building it up. Even though it was the main event, getting ready for a 5-round, I was so efficient with everything, like my thoughts, my routine, everything was perfect. Well, not perfect in the lead up, missing a bag for a few days, but I wasn't letting anything affect me. I was just going with it all. And then the weigh-in, weight cut was really smooth, one of my best ones yet. And then, fight day, I was, just so chill. First time, fighting with my tamoko. So that's the tattoo that I have on my back. It's traditional Māori tamoko, which I was channeling my ancestors, my tupuna, my culture. That was kind of keeping me grounded, keeping me focused and dialed in to what I needed to do. So it's one of those things where that's what I was walking out to. I came out to Scribe. I didn't come out to my usual Poye song. Came out to Scribe, Not Many, which is, banger in New Zealand, and everyone knows it. So when you walk out to that, it's just keeps me comfortable and keeps me just calm. But yeah, when I was in there, might be my last time fighting at the Apex. You need a crowd, eh? It's just not the same. It's not the same when you can't feed off energy, and I obviously I don't need it to get me into that right headspace, but you can't beat a 20,000-30,000 arena where you're going for flurries and the crowd's behind you and you're getting hurt, but then you feel the buzz of the stadium, and the roar of the crowd. So yeah, I miss that. So yeah, this might be my last one at the Apex.
I don't blame you. By the way, wouldn't it be nice? I know it wouldn't change things, but if maybe after the fight, you and the judges can have a talk so that what they were looking at and they can explain to you, in a friendly, professional manner. Would be nice if there was some I think the world should know this, but at the very least, the fighters should know why they scored the fight the way they scored it. Is that something that interests you, or you don't care?
No, I think it should be like a pretty known thing, or just like a live play-by-play of what they're actually seeing and scoring. I'm not going to be too invested in the judges after a fight. It's done. Whatever happened it's already been said. So it's a frustrating thing in the sport when when it gets, I guess, ruined like that, but for both me and Amir, it's not his fault and it's not mine. But yeah, definitely the guy that got the nod was the wrong one that night.
Imagine there was open scoring and you knew after the fourth round that Chris Lee didn't score it for you. At that point, you know that you know the position that you're in, right? Wouldn't that be helpful?
Yeah, exactly. You'll just say, okay, he's not scoring any of my striking, so I have to mix it up and go for a takedown, and then yeah, it's definitely something to fix in the sport. But like Dana White said, you can't leave it to these judges, and that's on me. That's something that I need to, I guess, go back and improve on, is just be more clinical and yeah, I got to just put these guys away, just make it a lot easier on myself, make it a lot easier on my bank account, and yeah, we'll work on that.
I do wish that fighters wouldn't blame themselves for that. That's not on you. Like, it shouldn't be a punishment to make it to the judges, right? Like, the system should be good enough to where, hey, if I don't get the finish, at least I know that the judges will get it right. So I hate the, don't leave it to the judges, because the judges shouldn't be a hindrance. But we all know that sometimes they don't get it right. Did you talk to Dana White afterwards? Did he say anything to you?
Yeah, I did message him, actually. I just said, how did you score it? I thought I won. And he said, voice messaged me, just said, I thought whoever going into the fifth took that. And he said, I thought you won the fifth round. So, in his eyes, he thought I won.
Okay.
And I just said, yeah, it's frustrating. I thought I won at least one round. For the first round, the fourth, and the fifth. And he said, yeah, I know it's frustrating. And that was kind of it. So, yeah, it's not going to be solved overnight, this problem that we have with these judges. But yeah, it's definitely something to look at when you're going into a fight and you see these names reoccurring, and then you start to actually question, do I want this guy reffing my fight? Because, I don't want to be in the situation again when, I'm looking at my phone, I'm just seeing thousands of people saying that Kai got robbed, Kai should have won. And I'm just here, I can't change anything. I'm just trying to just move on to the next. I don't want to be caught up in this, because it's energy wasted for me. I'm not trying to, be a bad sport and say, why me? I've never done that in my career, and I'll just move forward and onto the next challenge. But yeah, it's definitely funny how Amir is saying straight away that I deserve a title shot. It's not how it works. Look what I had to do to get my title shot against Brandon. I had to knock out Rogerio Bontarin, who was a BJJ specialist. I had knock out former world champion Cody Garbrandt in the first round. And then I had to beat Askar Askarov, undefeated, the next guy that they were saying was the next Khabib of the flyweight division. And I beat him. I beat him in his own game, out wrestled him. So I earned my title shot to fight Brandon. So I don't know, being on a 5-fight win streak where you got a question mark on your last win against a guy that you didn't really beat, I don't feel like that deserves a title shot. So that's just my opinion. You got to earn these things, because your pay goes up. You're actually making a lot of money. So it's a big step up. So yeah, it's something where I feel like it needs to be a bit more. You got to put more, not just win streaks together, but you got to be doing a bit more than just gifting a decision.
By the way, in the moment when they announce his name, I'm sure that's a really shitty feeling. But when you do go on your phone and you see that everyone had it for you, does that make you feel any better? Like, we often talk about the negative side of social media. In this case, does it make you feel better, or perhaps does it make you feel even worse that, like, the whole world saw it but not these three guys?
Like, it's just a reminder that, like, I've been away for 11 months, so to go 5 rounds, that's something positive to look at, knowing that we can go the distance and neutralize these guys that are coming in thinking they're just going to get us down and do whatever they want. Like, I showed that that's not what happens. So yeah, there's just stuff you got to take away from it. You can't really dwell on everything. I'm not going to read comments and get upset. I just yeah, like, I can't change anything. So I'm not gonna put more energy than I need to now. Like I've got the best team in the world. We'll regroup, and we'll yeah. I want to be the next guy that fights me, because there's a fire in me now. Like it's always going to be there, but it's like I'm coming off 2 losses now, and it's not what it's truly representing in my career. Like I'm in my peak, showcasing that I am one of the best guys, but just on paper, it doesn't look like that. So yeah, it's a tough one, but I know that I'm gonna be I'm gonna be showing everyone what a major comeback is, and yeah, I look forward to the next one.
So Perfect World is September, Sydney. Who's the perfect opponent?
Perfect opponent. I don't know. Someone that's always been on my radar, and he's called me up for years, but we never fought. Tim Elliott is a guy that he's always been on my radar, and he's always, like, when I made the UFC, like every week he would call me out saying, "I want to fight this guy. I wanted to fight him since Ultimate Fighter," and I never really took brought it to attention, because after a while I passed him in the rankings and all of that. So that's a guy that coming off a win, same card. You know, I don't think he got injured. You know, he's a vet. He's had more UFC fights than me. So it's a name that I don't know where I'm going to be on the rankings in the next day or so, but he's top 10. So yeah, why not fight a vet like that in my side of the world? Give the fans what we want, and you know, they want to see me fight. People want to see me. We want to see me make that walk on home soil. So why not do it against a vet?
I like that. I like that a lot. And by the way, Shaq was DJing the after party for you. That's pretty damn great. You got Shaq to DJ your after party.
I had a booth at
oh, that's not bad.
At Encore, and he DJ Diesel, and then I realized, who's that? And then it was like, oh, that's Shaq.
Wow,
he's actually pretty good.
Is he good?
He's really good. He's he's good. He's you got to love when someone's just enjoying themselves, and you can see that he just loves entertaining. He loves people. So yeah, it was cool to see him go to work, feed off the crowd, and drop his EDM. He had a few bangers in there. So
wow,
yeah, it was cool.
That is amazing. Well, I really appreciate you stopping by and doing this, Kai. I'm really sorry what happened. Great fight, entertaining fight. Both of you, to your point, Amir doesn't deserve any hate here. It was just a really great, fun fight, and they gave it to him, and that's just the way it goes. But both of you, I thought, honestly, could have won the fight of the night as well. Caceres and Pineda was fun too, but your fight was very entertaining. I'm sorry this has happened. Great to see the love that you're getting, though. Great to see your teammates sticking up for you as they are known to do. Never expect anything less from the CKB guys, and looking forward to the comeback. Looking forward to that fight in Sydney. Hopefully you get that fight in September. So thanks as always, my man, and enjoy vacation. I'm seeing the sun from like your top right shoulder there, and I'm so jealous. I don't even know what it looks like over there, but Tahiti, oh my God. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that sky. You're going to be all right. Enjoy it, my friend. Thank you so much.
I appreciate your time, Ariel. Always a pleasure.
Same here. Talk to you soon. There he is, Kai Kara-France, joining us from Tahiti. We've had a lot of people join us from all over the world. I don't think we've ever had someone join us from Tahiti.